All right, Kathy Kisner, for our member spotlight of the month.
Thanks.
So it's been almost 12 weeks ago now that you joined our 12-week new member program.
Yep, unbelievable.
All right, so first tell me what you were thinking as to why you decided I should do this.
Well, I retired last spring from being a teacher for 37 years. And I have a joke that I want to live to be 100 and get around, but 80 is realistic. And that gives me a while. And so I'm 61. And I realized after I retired from teaching how sedentary my life became. And I have some plans to travel, and I want to be able to do that and enjoy it and not be out of breath. So when I came to you, Maggie, I had you asked me what my goals were. And I basically had 4 goals. One was cardio, which we've worked on with the treadmill and the incline and increasing that each time. And it, gets a little more challenging, but in a good way. And I also wanted to work on my bad knees, which I've had since I've been a kid, and strengthen those, which you've been really sensitive to working with that and not pushing me to where, I'm going to be hurt or, my knees hurt at the end of the workout. So we've worked on that together, and you are real creative with coming up with new ideas for that. And then the other, one of the focuses that I had was some balance. And I thought, taking ballet for 10 years when I was 17 was going to come back to me like riding a bike, but that didn't happen. So, you have me challenging myself with some balance exercises on the Bosu ball and all that, thinking and sometimes I look at Maggie like, oh gosh, I don't think I can do that. But she's right there, walking me through each exercise. And so it's been a challenge. And the funny thing is that my friends who know me know that I have never liked to exercise. I have never stuck with any kind of program. But I kind of felt like I'm 61 now and I want to make this commitment, and I'm retired, and I don't want my retirement to be aches and pains, and I can't keep up, and I can't go up the stairs at Italy in 2 years, in Greece, and explore and keep up with everybody. So I've made this a commitment. And through your program, your 12-week program, my goal really wasn't to lose pounds on the scale, but to get in better shape cardio wise and strength wise. And I've seen a significant difference in both. Like the incline and the length of the treadmill has increased, and the weight training has definitely made a difference. I started out as a weakling with 10-pound dumbbells, struggling, and up to 25-pound dumbbells for some things now, and everything gets easier. And I remember you asked me, is there anything you like that I liked about coming to the gym? And I remember my answer is, don't take it personally, Maggie, but there's nothing I like about working out. But surprisingly, I've gotten to the point where if I don't come in on that third night, because I train with you 2 times a week, that I really feel like, oh, I have to get to the gym. I'm feeling sluggish. I've made this commitment to myself, and I find the time. And I'm not a morning workout person. Like a lot of people like to get up, get going in the morning, shower, go to work. I feel weak in the morning. I feel like I haven't had food in my system all day and the adrenaline pumping. So I like the fact that I can come down here at any time. I've been down here at 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, even 10:30 at night. One time I came in and, did my workout, and it's nice and quiet. And that's when I have my energy. So I like the fact that you can really come in anytime and do this. And, the app is motivating that you gave me to use. That's helpful too. But I have seen a significant difference. And now it's kind of like getting to the end of the 12-week program where I'm like, okay, I'm going to continue doing this with the 3 times a week, and probably meet with you occasionally, because I don't want to lose everything I've worked so hard to gain at this point. And it has made a big difference in how I feel, and the energy that I have, and all of that. So it's been a really surprising experience, because I don't like the gym, but there are some things that I like now about it. And I think that one of the things that really helped me was I bought a headset, headphones. So I have the time now on the treadmill to listen to a podcast that I want to listen to or music that I enjoy. And it really like gives me that focus of, wow, I finally have the time to do that, where I never made the time to listen to that podcast before. So it's kind of like multitasking and making it all enjoyable. So
So you found some other benefits as well.
So the one thing I like is that we don't focus on legs one night and arms one day, and then I go home feeling stiff and sore. It's kind of like an all over body workout that you have programmed for me, so that I get a little bit of everything. And even with the weightlifting, it's like, watch the core and build up, with the Pilates and the dead bug ball and all of that, the yoga ball, I'm working on several different things. So I like how I don't really dread coming, because I know I'm going to hurt, or I'm going to go home and be so stiff that I don't want to come back the next day. But it's kind of like a good balance for me. I'm sure everybody likes something different, but I don't like to be real sore and stiff when I look forward to come to the gym again. So it's been a good moderate exercise for me, but made big improvements, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, what do some people who know you don't like to exercise think these days?
Well, one of my good friends is calling me the gym rat because every time she calls me, she's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" "Oh, I'm heading to the gym." But like they're just shocked. They're shocked that like I'm actually committed, and then I've made this a point to be part of my routine, and I put it on my calendar. And like when I meet with you, it's an obligation that I'll hold up to, and hold my appointment. And it's just been kind of like an accountability for me. And the program itself's been holding me accountable. And I kind of like, some nights I come in and I'm like, oh, I could really get going a little sooner than I be here half an hour on the treadmill. But then I'm like, the old adage of, I'm just gypping myself. Like, why am I here? Why did I drive down here if I'm not going to put the whole full workout in? So I'm surprising myself as much as I'm surprising my friends. So yeah.
That's awesome. So do you think that in the past, having more of a goal of weight loss or something was not as motivational as what you're looking at now?
I don't know that I've never been too concerned about the number on the scale.
Okay.
It's been more like if my pants are tight or loose, when I've noticed a bit of a difference already in 3 months in that. But my goal at this stage of my life is that I want to be fit, with cardio, and I don't want to have to struggle with my bad knees. And and like I have seen improvements already in that. And I think like to avoid injury or even knee surgery down the road, it's like really important that I continue and stick with this and try to avoid that. And like I have travel plans, and I just want to be able to get up those steps in Greece without being out of breath, and like doing all the things. And so I have these travel goals set, and I don't really care how I look in a bathing suit, but like I want to be able to like snorkel out and see the turtles when I go on vacation if I want to be out getting out of breath, So that's kind of my goals at this age. And like I said, after I retired, I realized how different it was that I'm not up moving all day every day, and I'm just sitting a lot, and it's like, well, you're not getting anywhere doing that.
So what would you say to somebody who's kicking around the idea of, should I try to get more fit or not?
I think you really, like for me anyway, I had to make that commitment to myself. Like so many times before, I was like, oh, I'll watch some workout videos on the TV, on YouTube or whatever. And, and I have little dumbbells under my couch that I played around with over the years, or my yoga mat and whatever. But I think it was just me making up my mind that is like, this is something I'm going to do. I put it on my calendar each week. It's there. It's non-negotiable, and it's like, this is part of my routine. And the big goal in sight is like a more fit, healthy me. And, I haven't changed a lot of the eating habits, which I could improve greatly on that. But, that's kind of going to be my next step to incorporate. We talked about that, incorporate some better choices in here and there. And, like I have started to drink way more water than I used to, just so I can stay hydrated to come to the gym and work out. And, but I don't leave like feeling like I'm half dead, like that I've worked out so hard. And when I feel like not so much like that, you push me a little more, but, I just feel like it's a good moderate exercise for me, that it's not like scaring me off. Like I think if we came in here and I was going home sore every day, I'd be like, I'm not doing this, but like I feel good. I feel tight though sometimes, which I know it's working, but like I just sort of feel like I decided to make this commitment, and I haven't really told a lot of people. I don't have like the accountability partners or anything like that. I just did it for me. Like I said, this is time. You've waited 61 years. Every year, the New Year's resolutions roll around. It's like, this is going to be the year. This is going to be the year I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to get fit. And I've never followed through with it. Never. I guess the priority just wasn't big enough, or the end result wasn't great enough to worry about, because I'd be like, I look okay in a bathing suit. I can get up and down, the steps, whatever. But like, retiring and looking at the next 20 years or maybe 40 years, it's like daunting in the sense that, what do I want that to look like? And I don't want it to look like me hanging on the railing when I go up and down the steps, or being out of breath halfway up, So like it's made a dramatic change in less than 12 weeks.
Well, you've surprised me. The biggest surprise, I think, is the fact that you actually admit to liking a little bit of it.
Yeah. There are some things.
I think it was a couple weeks in where you were still like, no, I don't like anything.
Yeah, I don't like any of it. But now there's things that I like, and like I said, like either riding the Peloton bike or being on the treadmill, I get a chance to like just kind of, it's like an emotional healthiness too, because when I'm concentrating on the treadmill, like, I'm going 3 miles an hour, that's a lot for me. And I have to concentrate. Like, and I don't listen to a book because that's too much in a distracting way, but I can listen to a podcast, I can listen to music, and I can be trucking along pretty good, Yes. And, but it gives me that time kind of stress-free, where I'm not thinking about all the things I have to do at work tomorrow. And I do work a different job part-time, but like, I'm not thinking about the next email I have to respond to, or, I have to pick this up on the way home from the gym. I don't have time in my mind to think about that because I'm focused on what I'm doing. So it's kind of good to get that, like, just that focus, and it takes away that stress for an hour of, I'm concentrating on this and this only. There's only room in my head for do the gym workout, And so focus on that. And I think that's been a way to relax too, a couple times a week, where I just let it all out there, out in the parking lot. I come in and I'm in the gym, Yeah. So that's kind of an added bonus.
Another thing you didn't foresee probably.
No, I didn't. No, because I thought typically when I'm doing something that, more so for myself, I still have all of those voices in my head saying, don't forget to send that email. Don't forget you need to do that. Don't forget you need to call that person. It's all still there, like jabbing in the back of my head there. And I've really been able to just say, nope, I can only concentrate on doing the treadmill and maybe listening to some music, or, like lifting these weights, or doing this, like floor work or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm so glad that you took us up on our program, and I got to meet you, and I got to be inspired by the huge changes I've seen. And good job, and I'm sure you're going to be inspiring to a lot of others.
Well, I hope so. So there's people that say the gym's not for me, like, wasn't for me either, until I made up my mind that this is going to be part of the new me, the retired me, that says I want to be the healthy, be able to get around me.
Yeah.
So
it's great. New identity.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.